Hello, I'm Anthony. I'm going to share my latest tune with you today. This is a piece that I've been writing for the past few weeks. I've called it Paradox. At the moment, it's just an acoustic guitar piece. I've got no idea actually what the song's going to end up being eventually, whether it has lyrics or anything else about it really. I've just got the acoustic piece written. So I'm going to run through it today. I'm going to show you how to play it because it's really nice to actually physically play a piece of music that just sounds nice all on its own. I think this does. So we're going to have a bit of fun today and I'll just show you basically all of the steps. If you want to play along with this, you will be able to by the end of this video. Okay, so first things first, I'll just run through the piece very quickly and then we'll break it down. I'm likely to make mistakes because I'm still in the course of writing this, so it's not completely under the fingers. There's all sorts of variations that you can put on that, but essentially that's all of the components of the song. I'll show you some of those variations as we go through it. But let's break each of those sections down now and I'll show you how it works. I'll superimpose, where necessary, some little tab positions as well. So the thing's mostly in A minor. There is a little section where we start adding some E majors in for the kind of the Spanish section, but for the most part it's in A minor. And we start out with the A minor structure, but I'm not playing the B string, so I'm actually playing an open B. So it's kind of like an A minor add 9. And I'm plucking that B, the open B, to let that ring. Then you bring your pinky down to play C on the 5th string. So I'm plucking 2 strings most of the time with my right hand. And then we come down to play some variation of a B chord. I've not actually worked out what this is, but it's essentially in strings, kind of going 0 2 0 2 0 0. I'm plucking the B on the 5th string and the A on the 3rd string. Do that a couple of times. Then we go to like an F major 7 position, but again I'm not playing the B, anything on the B string, that's open. So all the work's being done on the 2nd string there, B, C, D. And then I come down to play, again it's a variation of that same the A chord, but now I'm centering the chord on, most of this is like 3 string chords. They're kind of simplified chords, but they make it really easy to play the acoustic guitar and make it sound really nice because lots of stuff is ringing out constantly. Hang on a minute. Now with this one, After we do the B, C, B, A, and then we come down. What am I doing there? That's like an F. And then the lower part of that chord. So the A minor add 9 thing is serving two different purposes. First on strings 4, 3 and 2. And then we come down to 5, 4, 3. So after all of that little section's been played, predominantly on that A chord, and you're going to end up with deep indentations in your fingers if you hold the chord for as long as I just did. We then come up to this funny thing. I haven't worked out what this is. I'll superimpose it later. So we've got 5, 3, 5, and then again the open B. So that there, yet another chord I've got absolutely no idea what I'm doing. When I'm learning stuff on the acoustic guitar, this is actually worth saying. I don't really care what the chords are. I'm just looking for patterns that sound nice. And I'm happy it takes me out of the key zone, the thing where you get obsessed with staying inside a key. If you don't actually pay attention to what your scales are, it's quite slow if you don't. I mean, I know lots of theory, but I don't know lots of theory practically in real time when I'm playing the thing. I have to go back and work it out from first principles. But actually, it works out really well if you just use your ears. So having played this chord, I decided it sounded really nice. I just felt like you just mess around for 5 or 10 minutes and find a chord that sounds good. Not particularly worry about what it is at this point. When I'm just playing the acoustic guitar, I don't care about any of this. When I come to turn it into a song, if I want to accompany this with a bass guitar or some piano chords, I am going to need to know what these chords are, and I'll work them out retrospectively. But at the moment, I don't actually care what they are. Now this would be a B minor 7. It's kind of a in the key of A minor, you'd be playing a B half diminished, but I'm just playing the bottom 3 notes of it, and again that open B. Now at this point you can either leave everything ringing, C, B, A, F, or damp it all. They're both completely fine. And then I'm going to slide down and play an E major. So as far as I'm aware, this is the first time I've actually distinctly left the key of A minor. I think all of the notes up to this point are in A minor. This isn't. There's an E major. Now, after having played the chord, I'm going to switch fingers so that when I slide up to this really stressed ringing F, it's an F chord with no bar, which is dissonant, but I like it. This gives me my index finger free to do all of that stuff. And if I'd held my original position, I wouldn't have that finger free. So after it's finished ringing, before you play the second, you come down here and you play that chord, switch your fingers, and now we're going to go to a part where we're playing some fairly simple chords. There's an A minor, and I'm going to do lots of 2-string plucking. So there it's the 5 and 2 strings. 1, 2. F major 7, full F major 7. And then it would be kind of an E minor, but I'm not going to bother with the middle 2 strings. I'm not doing anything with those. This is 6 and 2, the strings, on an E minor shape. So that's hammering on with my index finger on the C, and then back to the A minor shape. Now up to a D minor. You can either play this just as a chord, a 2-string kind of chord thing, or so the only finger that's moving there is once again the index finger. I'm coming off the F. Then I go back to the F major 7 position with nothing, playing on the 2nd string. Once again, you can arpeggiate the chord if you want, and then come back and pluck the 3rd string, hammering onto the or playing onto the C, up to the top string, and then back down to that E minor shape again. And all of those chord positions have got lots of little internal variations in them to make them more interesting. So I've worked out the structure, that's the chordal structure, but for any of those patterns, like let's say go back to the back to the beginning with that first chord. You can pick that entire thing. All sorts of variations. Anyway, have fun with that. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please hit like if you did. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more content like this. I intend to play a lot more acoustic guitar in the future. This thing is bringing me a lot of joy at the moment, and so I want to share it with you. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you next time.